Om Shri GURUBHYO NAMAHA. Welcome all respected friends. With all gratitudes, with all best wishes and congratulations. Spending this an hour or so in trying to do very important things in a meditative mood, whether it is Vedic chanting, common sense thought, mantrocharana with dhyanam, Mangalacharana shloka, sankalpa, Upanishad mantra parayanam, Upanishad adhyanam. We are studying Shwethashwathara Upanishad. Last sixth chapter we are studying. Second mantra. This is what is this Paramatma Tattva. In this way he has to be understood. In this way he has to be realized as our own self. This is the way for transcending all limitations, finitudes, bindings. This is the way to go into that bondageless, infinite, miseryless, happy being. And there is no other way. Therefore, don't look for the other way and don't look the other way. These are the very great guidances given by our rishis. Shwethashwathara Rishi, thankful to him. So, again in the subsequent mantras also, how the bondage and the liberation they are some more discussed. And by now we know that it is continuous exposure to this Upanishadic Shastra that the jnana remains in us to inspire us to take up sadhana and reach the goal. The moment we leave it, that also leaves us the spiritual pursuit. If we leave the satsanga, the pursuit leaves us. Then we are back to the same old rotten, wretched life of doing everything but not the main thing. Therefore, going through all sufferings. Friends, Loka Sevaka Adi Vyaktitvas definitely have to be understood and improved upon. So too, Parabrahma, Ishvara, Jagannatha, Devatagana, Gurugana, Shastragana, Anugraha also has to be invoked by us consciously, deliberately, effortfully, egolessly. Let's begin with our Vedic chanting. It will be Rudram Chamaka Prashna. We'll chant first 6 Anuvakas today, and the remaining tomorrow. Om अथ वेदपारायणम् रुद्रप्रश्नः चमकप्रश्नः संहितापाठः ॐ ॐ अग्नाविष्णो सजोषसेमा वर्धन्तु वां गिरः द्युम्नैर्वाजेभिरागतं वाजश्च मे प्रसवश्च मे प्रयतिश्च मे प्रसितिश्च मे धीतिश्च मे क्रतुश्च मे स्वरश्च मे श्लोकश्च मे श्रावश्च मे श्रुतिश्च मे ज्योतिश्च मे सुवश्च मे प्राणश्च मे पानश्च मे व्यानश्च मे सुश्च मे चित्तं च आधीतं च मे वाक् च मे मनश्च मे चक्षुश्च मे श्रोत्रं च मे दक्षश्च मे बलं च ओजश्च मे सहश्च आयुश्च मे जरा च आत्मा च मे तनुश्च मे शर्म च मे वर्म च मेऽङ्गानि च मे स्थानि च मे परोगंसि च मे शरीराणि च मे ज्यैष्ठ्यं च आधिपत्यं च मे मन्युश्च मे भामश्च मे मश्च मे भश्च मे जेमा च मे महिमा च मे वरिमा च मे प्रतिमा च मे वर्ष्मा च मे द्राघुया च मे वृद्धं च मे वृद्धिश्च मे सत्यं च मे श्रद्धा च मे जगच्च मे धनं च मे वशश्च मे त्विषिश्च मे क्रीडा च मे मोदश्च मे जातं च मे जनिष्यमाणं च मे सूक्तं च मे सुकृतं च मे वित्तं च मे वेद्यं च मे भूतं च मे भविष्यच्च मे सुगं च मे सुपथं च मरुद्धं च मरुद्धिश्च मे क्लुप्तं च मे क्लुप्तिश्च मे मतिश्च मे सुमतिश्च मे शञ्च मे मयश्च मे प्रियञ्च मेऽनुकामश्च मे कामश्च मे सौमनसश्च मे भद्रञ्च मे श्रेयश्च मे वस्यश्च मे यशश्च मे भगश्च मे द्रविणञ्च मे यन्ता च मे धर्ता च मे क्षेमश्च मे धृतिश्च मे विश्वञ्च मे महश्च मे संविच्च मे ज्ञात्रञ्च मे सोश्च मे प्रसोश्च मे सीरञ्च मे लयश्च मरुतं च मे अमृतं च मे अयक्ष्मं च मे अनामयश्च मे जीवातुश्च मे दीर्घायुत्वं च मे नमित्रं च मे भयं च मे सुगं च मे शयनं च मे सूषा च मे सुदिनं च मे ऊर्क्ष मे सोनृता च मे पयश्च मे रसश्च मे घृतं च मे मधु च मे सग्धिश्च मे सपीतिश्च मे कृशिश्च मे वृष्टिश्च मे जैत्रं च म औद्भिद्यं च मे रयिश्च मे रायश्च मे पुष्टं च मे पुष्टिश्च मे विभु च मे प्रभु च मे बहु च मे भूयश्च मे पूर्णं च मे पूर्णतरं च मे क्षितिश्च मे कूयवाश्च मेऽन्नं च मे क्षुश्च मे व्रीहयश्च मे यवाश्च मे माशाश्च मे तिलाश्च मे मुद्गाश्च मे खल्वाश्च मे गोधूमाश्च मे मसुराश्च मे प्रियङ्गवश्च मे नवश्च मे श्यामाकाश्च मे नीवाराश्च मे अश्मा च मे मृत्तिका च मे गिरयश्च मे पर्वताश्च मे शिखताश्च मे वनस्पतयश्च मे हिरण्यं च मे यश्च मे सीसं च मे त्रपुश्च मे श्यामं च मे लोहं च मेऽग्निश्च म आपश्च मे विरुधश्च म ओषधयश्च मे कृष्टपच्यं च मे कृष्टपच्यं च मे ग्राम्याश्च मे पशव आरण्याश्च यज्ञेन कल्पन्तां वित्तं च मे वित्तिश्च मे भूतं च मे भूतिश्च मे वसु च मे वसतिश्च मे कर्म च मे शक्तिश्च मेऽर्थश्च म एमश्च म इतिश्च मे गतिश्च मे अग्निश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे सोमश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे सविता च म इन्द्रश्च मे सरस्वती च म इन्द्रश्च मे पूषा च म इन्द्रश्च मे बृहस्पतिश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे मित्रश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे वरुणश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे त्वष्टा च म इन्द्रश्च मे धाता च म इन्द्रश्च मे विष्णुश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे श्विनौ च म इन्द्रश्च मे मरुतश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे विश्वे च मे देवा इन्द्रश्च मे पृथिवी च म इन्द्रश्च मेऽन्तरिक्षं च म इन्द्रश्च मे द्यौश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे दिशश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे मूर्धा च म इन्द्रश्च मे प्रजापतिश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे 6 anuvakas we have done. The remaining we do tomorrow. It is done. Have we done it or not? Have we done it well or not? That's what matters. Does it? The things keep on happening in life, whether we participate or not. And whether we when we participate also, the things keep on moving, whether we participate in them with the best of the abilities to the perfection or not. We let us participate in all the best of the things with best of the abilities and prayatna and performance. When we focus on this, the rest will be taken care of by itself. Friends, in our today's meditational effort, our common sense thought. In our today's common sense thought, again, not a new one, but very important one, that we should be always on the move of ourselves evolving. When we evolve, Remember, at least one person in the world is evolved. If we have improved, at least one person in the world is improved. If we have got liberated moksha, the world is gifted with one Jivan Mukta presence. Knowing such things, very many things, we have to be consciously on the work of helping ourselves to grow, to evolve. All the time in that. In that only all the beauties, all the, let us say, successes, all the achievements lie. How do we help ourselves to grow? And also, same time, how do we avoid ourselves from our own self destruction? They are to be mindfully, thoughtfully, intellectually, honestly, sincerely, clearly, deeply, completely, doubtlessly, continuously. We have to know and be aware of. That's the price, inevitably, we have to pay. है ना? And it is always said that we give to the world, we take from the world, good or bad. And we give what we have. So we have to have always good only to give to the world the good. The world has both of them, the good and bad. It is our discretion into which we involve, thereby allow that to enter into us. That's why in all our Shastras, inevitably, unanimously, unequivocal terms, they talk about one thing very vehemently. We might have heard that lakhs of times, but how much we have understood it, gave value to it, gave meaning to it, made use of that knowledge, that is the thing to be questioned, discussed. And the thing which we eternally listen is what we become is depending on what Sangha we have. Aina? The Sangha makes us. Thereafter, our Sangha again makes the world. Right now, we are an empty white paper. In this white paper of ours, from the world, what we collect, gather, and write down, first we become that. Second, that's what we give to the world. World is always with these two things, the bad as well as good. It is our always intelligent choice which one we have to be involved with. After that choice is executed, knowingly or unknowingly, wisely or otherwisely, thoughtfully or thoughtlessly, we cannot avoid, but we will become that. So therefore, Sangha gives Ranga to me. Sangha is always choice. After that, for the Ranga, there is no choice. Because whichever is the Sangha, that Ranga will come to us. And this world has two things to offer to us as a Sangha, Dushta and Shishta. It is always like that. It is eternally like that. And every of the human being is given the intellect to think, to use, to think, to understand, to decide, and then to adopt or opt. Either of these two. In all our past lives so far, have we given value to this thing? Have we thought over? Have we understood? Have we accepted? And consciously, what have we done? How much we have done? That's what decided what we are now. So, if I am now, slowly, consciously, steadily, whatever I am now, it is I only molded by that Sangha. Think whether it is good or not and what it has to be in future. If it has to be in this particular way in future, what molds us is again that Sangha. Choose it. From now onwards, more consciously, more deliberately. Not always leaving it to prarabdha, not always leaving it to some occasion to happen. No, we have the full Purushartha Samarthya and we are supposed to use them, use that. With that ability of Purushartha, let us, having decided what we have to become, know that how do we become so? Only by that particular Sangha. Okay? So, Dussanga makes us Dushta Durmarga and makes us do Dushkarma, and definitely gives us Dushpalita. Durgati, you call it as. There's no way. No, but I didn't know. As a human being, we have no justification for ignorance. As we saw yesterday, day before, in our common sense thought, we have to keep on adding to our knowledge. You can't justify ignorance, and with ignorance, doing mistakes, and again justify, I don't know. To such people, two punishments are given. One is for doing wrong, second is for maintaining the ignorance, not gaining the knowledge. Yes, ऐसे गलत रास्ते में ही हमेशा रहते हैं हम, सही रास्ते में आना चाहिए. So too, instead of dussanga, when we have the satsanga, then we'll become shishta vyakti. Then all satkarmas will happen through us. Definitely, there will be sadgati for us, and because of our presence, the whole world also in shishta sthiti, sat sthiti, sukha sthiti, shanta sthiti. Therefore, always seek sangha positive. What are the sanghas which we can consciously? Many, many are there. We'll talk about only four things today. They can be both dushta or shishta. Suggestion is as much as possible, and if possible 100%, avoid the shishta. Sorry, dushta. Come what may, avoid the dushta. At any cost, any price. Again, at any cost and price, little by little start karte हुए, make it 100% to have the company sangha of the shishta only. है ना? What are those things? Mainly four we talk about. I am sure by now you have understood what is the topic we are discussing in common sense thought. The thought is we give to the world what we have. Again, we are what we are depending on what sangha or company we maintain for long time. And sangha and company are always two, dussanga and satsanga. Whichever we do, we become so, and that's what we give back to the world. Healthy suggestion is avoid dussanga, always have the satsanga. Avoid becoming dushta vyakti, always become the shishta vyakti. Thus, with shishta achara to the world, always be a positive contributor. Nothing like that. Greater than the greatest way, the life lived. We cannot take ourselves for any more granted. We cannot let ourselves lose that something is molding us and I am not aware of it. Or I myself am doing, but doing all with the ignorance, the wrong things. अभी ये सारा झमेला से में बाहर आना है. We have to take charge of our life and make it the best for ourselves and the world around. So four are the main संग. वो दुष्ट भी हो सकते हैं, शिष्ट भी हो सकते हैं. Be choosy. Right choice we must entertain. First one we'll talk about is the Sangha Dushta or Shishta of the Sahitya. So there is Dushta Sahitya also, the Shishta Sahitya also. Literature we call it as. More precisely, the books which we read, Grantha. And there are lots of dushta granthas also are there. Keep on reading them and become in your inner personality of mind, intellect, a dushta vyakti. Express like that only and become a liability to society. The whole world will curse you. Hundreds of lives you will enter into Naraka. Job. Instead of that, there are Shishta Sahitya also are there. Shishta Grantha also are there. Sad Granthas also are there. Uttama Granthas also are there. Now mind you, little seriously. Are you Hindu or not? Sharam karo. Being a Hindu, how many Shrutis we have? How many Smritis we have? How many Puranas we have? How many Itihasas we have? How many of the Granthas given to us? Hundreds and thousands by so many saints and sages and realized people. ये सब कबाड़ में बेचने के लिए है या सिर्फ देखने के लिए है? Are they not for us to study? And look back in your life, how many of these great books you have deeply, thoroughly studied that because of the company of the good book, that our inner personality has become good or beautiful or divinized? ये सबसे बड़ी हमारी दो गलतियां हैं. एक, किताबें पढ़ते ही नहीं. दूसरा, पढ़ते हैं तो वो दुष्ट किताब, बिकॉज ऑफ विच all our mind intellect is runged or colored in a negative manner. Simple, direct, straight advice. There should be no day without at least spending 1 to 2 hours minimum in the study of Sat Sahitya, in the study of Shastras. All the Shastras. Please study the Dharma Shastras. Please study the Yoga Shastras. Please study the Bhakti Shastras. And please study the Moksha Shastras. Not the Artha Shastra, not the Bhoga Shastra, not the Kamanadi Prerana giving Shastras. Totally avoid them, give up them, and involve in these things every day. How many great saints like that of Vedavyasas, the Vasishtas, you know, the Naradas, all of them has given out such wonderful literature of books to our convenience today. Every of those Shastras which are in Sanskrit are very well translated into our own languages and so much available they are in our own palm, in the cell phone, everything is available. उसको खोलो सब कुछ सस्ते में जहां आप बैठे हो वहां. I thought today very strongly on today's Thursday recommend you start studying the books. Preferably these four Dharma, Artha, Dharma, Bhakti, Yoga, and Moksha Shastras, Jnana Shastra. And that too, specially given to us by the great, great realized saints. You know, many have written them, but they are some of them are copied or only at the intellectual level they are there, and from that level they have written. For us, benefit also will be that type only if we study their books. But if we study the books of the masters who have realized it, then the influence of them will be different. The knowledge, the inspiration, that will be different. The clarity will be different. Everywhere, अनुभवी बंधा जब बोलता है उसका फ्लेवर अलग ही होता है. So therefore we talk about the study of the books. Satsanga, Sadgrantha Pathanam is a must every day. Bas, said. Said every day by us such common sense thoughts, giving you full freedom. Because we are here not to insist on. We have not taken that right or authority, even if you give. That is our way of discussing. There may be some masters or gurus or teachers or acharyas who insist on everything, sometimes every good thing. Sometimes the seekers are highly benefited because of it. But here, this speaker doesn't do that. He will throughout life do in a mood of manner of suggestion only. But you can take it as more than a suggestion, a recommendation, even a great advice, a loving advice. Order I can't say. Who am I to order? But Sadgrantha Pathanam, Sadgrantha Adhyanam should become a part of our life every day. Those 10 pages, 20 pages. And then which books to study, we already discussed. And then study them deliberately, consciously, not mechanically to complete a number of pages as formality. That never helps. If possible, if you are wise, if you have time, you can even make your notes also of whatever you have studied. One para studied, essence written. Another para studied, essence written. Like that in 2 hours, some 10, 20 pages studied. Such a great tapasya it is. Wonderful, very helpful it is. Shuru karo. And the time won't stop for us, whether we do good or bad or we do nothing. Day by day we become old and this opportunity goes away. अब उसको पोस्टपोन करते जाओ कभी होगा ही नहीं वो. आज से ही शुरू. In your own house the glorious books are there. And why research? Study Yoga Vasishtha Ramayana. Study our Upanishads which we are discussing here. Study Gita. That is enough. So Sat Grantha Patanam is one greatest satsanga we can continuously have to mold our inner character, personality towards positive. When you study the Dharma Jnana Shastras, the Dharma Jnana will come to us, chance for us to get inspired to live a Dharmic Jivana. When you study the Bhakti Shastras, there is chance for us to get inspired to be a Bhakta. When we study the Yoga Shastras, we know the need and technique of, through yoga, completely controlling all our faculties. When you study the Jnana Shastra, Tattva Shastra, Moksha Shastra, entire understanding regarding the Bandha Moksha will come to us. And that alone we have to live, and that alone we have to tell to the world when we are in the world. सत्संग बना पाया, सत्पुरुष बना और सत ही संग के रूप में बाहर दुनिया को हमने बांटा. That should be our life. There are many people in your life appear to be very intelligent, very smart, very active, very dynamic. But don't get seated by them. Just be observant about what sort of life they are living, what subject they are talking with all their dynamism. With all their dynamism, even if they talk and they talk the worldly things, don't consider them to be important. Don't have sangha with. Be careful. Okay. Now, already the topic touched. The second topic is after the books, it is the people. In this world again, both people are there. The dushtas are there, the shishtas are there. We have to be ruthless in rejecting the company of the dushta. There is no doubt. People. And who are the dushta people? Who instigate in us the kama, the vikara. Kama, krodha, lobha, moha, smriti, bhramsha, buddhinasha, sarvanasha. Hetu, whoever become, whether they are books or people, they are dussanga. This is said by Narada ji in the Narada Bhakti Sutra. Dussangaha sarvathaiva tyajyaha kama krodha lobha moha smriti bhramsha buddhinasha sarvanasha karanatvat tarangayita api ime sangat samudrayanti. These durgunas we always have in a taranga rupa in us. But because of the sangha with this dushta, they become like samudra and they drown us. That's how Narji says in the text so beautifully, greatly. So, of the people, dushta people, dussanga, sarvathaiva tyajya. And with shishta people, satsangaha, sarvada eva yojaniya. Naturally, who are the good people who talk about the bhakti, jnana, dharma, moksha, ityadi? And when we are with them, the theme that's to be discussed also should be that. And in our life, if we search out to very close vicinity to us, the good people are there even now in the Kali Yuga. You know, 100% good also are there, purer than the purest. Many are in the making of being a good person. That also is good. And be conscious in raising the good topics only while discussing with them. The second source by which we do satsanga is the people. Wonderful charactered people, noble people, traditional people, they are there even now in the world. थोड़ा ढूंढो मिलेगा. Nowadays, there are 100 ways to trace them. Make an advertisement. I want to have satsang through mutual satsang. We can grow. Is there anybody ready? Thousands of people will come. Hundreds of people will come. 5-10 को पकड़ो उसमें बस. With them, mold your inner personality. Satsanga with the people. And the higher level, the satsanga is with our gurus, our acharyas, the people who are in the moksha marga, in the adhyatmik marga, tattva marga. With them to interact, accessibility may not be there continuously, but you can still go and visit them, listen to them. Those things can be done. But again, remember, people also influence us to become good or bad. If the people are bad, they make us dusta. If the people are good, they make us shishta. And even if a person is a far of distance, but he has got all good noble qualities and is highly spiritual, develop the proximity with him with all efforts. The other way, even if the person is very close, even is a blood relation, but you know he is dushta. Dustangaha sarvataiva tyaja. Delicately, carefully avoid the company. Yes, delicately, carefully, because we should not hurt anyone. That will work 80-90%. Some 20% when it doesn't work, we have to be ruthless. But in any case, we cannot afford to destroy ourselves because of the influence of dussanga of the people. As simple as that. You cannot oblige anyone. हमें अपना जिंदगी सबसे important होना है. That's it. First of all, I have to mold myself. In the effort of molding myself, one of the sadhana is to love people, to forgive them, to help. To love, forgive, and help people is not the goal of life. Never. Goal is my own evolution. That's what we started our thought today. When I evolve, at least one person is evolved. Isn't it? कभी भी ऐसे वहम में नहीं रहना कि दूसरों का कल्याण करते रहें. दूसरा है किधर? Everything is Brahman. That I have to realize for myself. Isn't it? A part of sadhana is to love people. To love people is not the goal of life. To evolve ourselves is the goal. There should be no ambiguity in this. फंसो मत. Otherwise, वो वाला thought कि I have to help the people will take me to bad people, and in the disguise of helping them, we become bad. बाबा नहीं करना ऐसा, बकवास है सब. Enough of it. Lot of such nonsense we have done. Think more about it. I am giving only few ideas. Think about more. Okay. Two, we have discussed the books, literature, and the people. That they can be Dustanga and Satsanga, avoid Dusta and always be in Satsanga. Third and very important is what? The activities, the programs, the projects. And whether we take up or when somebody else takes up, we participate in. है ना? वो भी है जो हमें mold करता रहता है in which programs you are attending, participating. है ना? Sometimes we attend the entertaining programs. We ourselves may initiate an entertaining program. Never ever do those things. Our life is not for entertainment. Our life is for spiritual. for evolution. Therefore, the projects and programs and the activities, very, very important. Can't take them lightly because unknowingly, unknowing to us, they mold our character, our personality. So only good programs, do good activities, good projects, you keep on participating. In your own locality. There is a temple is there or a satsanga or ashram is there. और there is also a club. एक क्लब वाला भी अनेक अनेक प्रोग्राम अनाउंस करता ही रहता है. Entertaining programs, be a member, attend this program. On the Deepavali day or any festival only, they organize dances and dramas and natakbaji. In the same your vicinity, there is a temple where the committee has organized a wonderful puja, brahmotsava, or kirtanas, or satsang. Prefer that, not this. Practically, in your own interest. By the way, think about which are the clubs we are members in, which are the activities we are promoting, participating, initiating. Think. Also remember, we should not become dussanga to others. Our writing should not become dussanga to others. Our initiatives, projects, activities also should not become dussanga to the world. ये भी ज़्यादा important. So regarding projects, activities, we have given an idea. Remaining details you work out. Naturally, the last but not the least is most important among all the four is the fourth one. Our own continuous constant inner thoughts. My thoughts are my company. Thoughts mold me, I entertain the thoughts. In fact, all the said earlier three things guide this fourth one. If all the earlier three are bad, dushta, the mind with its thoughts will always be dushta. And do we need any other enemy? If I have the worst of dussanga of my own dushtamana, with always kama, the sankalpa, krodha, the vikara, always in that mood I am there, nobody is needed to destroy us. Therefore, my own mind and its thoughts, its ideas are the ultimate sangha to me. So entertain noble ideas, noble thoughts, divine thoughts, positive thoughts, spiritual thoughts, devotional thoughts. ये मेरा मेरा कंपनी है और I and my mind are always together. In fact, if we can succeed in having noble thoughts as our company, all other are taken care. Me, my mind, its thoughts. How can anybody have any right on it? And why should I be so foolish that I make a habit of negative thoughts and I am in that company of that negative mind and myself become negative? ऐसा क्यों करना है? Why cannot we have the positive thoughts, noble thoughts all the time? Think about bhakti, bhakti lakshanas, bhakti sadhanas. They'll be your thoughts. We become bhakta. Think about the Vedanta, the Yogyata Vedanta, the sadhana chatushte sampada. Think about how in spirituality we grow. ये सब noble thoughts है. Think about all positive values. How to inculcate in them. Isn't it? These are all noble thoughts. Our thoughts are our good company, whether they are good or bad. Have good ones. So dharma vichara again, vichara regarding values again, continuously has to be there in our mind. My mind should be my own best संगी. याद रखो सुबह उठते मेरा मन पहले सुबह उठ रहा है 4 बजे मन ही हमको उठाया नॉट दैट हम उठे मन कह रहा है अब सो जा राजा नौ ही तो बजा है सुबह तो पक्षी उठते हैं यू आर नॉट ए पक्षी सो स्लोली यू गेट instead of that the mind itself wakes you up says पक्षियां उठ गए बेशरम तुम आदमी हो get up you understand get up morning and the mind is immediately entertaining all the Lord's name it is chanting stotras it is chanting Aram se taken bath and that upasanas are done. My own mind is willingly doing all that. How nice it would be. Mold the mind to be like that and have that company, isn't it? So that we become satsangi to others. Means we give satsanga to others, not dussanga. Remember, friends, today, in today's world, everybody by becoming dushta and by being in the company of the dushta, making the whole world dukkha yukta. मैक्सिमम वही चल रहा है उसमें all of them are out of ignorance and in that many of them are because of arrogance, a typical arrogance. Let us come out of that category if we are. Let us start a new our own trend, positive trend, that I take satsanga and I give satsanga to the world. That's all. Okay. Then along with that, the name, sorry, the places also matter. Good place, go to the temples more frequently. Timings, the early morning timings. So kala, desha, vastu, vyakti, paristhiti, vritti, these are the six things. If they are bad, they make us bad. Dus dussanga, making us dushta. If they are all good, satsanga, we become good and noble. And entertain the thoughts of becoming good and noble seriously and sincerely. ऐसा करने वालों को देखकर the majority of the world today laughs. They humiliate, insult them. They are in that height of arrogance, height of negativity. That should never influence us. Come what may, I am going to be noble. तुम कुछ भी कहो मुझे, ये पुराना जमाने का आदमी है, ये तो इमेच्योर है, आज के दुनिया में सब नहीं चलता, हेरा फेरी चलता है, goodness has no meaning at all, there is nothing called as goodness, बस you live happily with all your earnings by hook or crook. No, this is how the trend, the people talk like that, the movies are also like that. Hero is more criminal than the villain, isn't it? Villain troubles only the hero and his family. And the hero kills all the group of the villains. How can I talk about killing and all? But everything is shown that way only. And the people get entertained in that. We never had such movies in 60s, 70s, 80s. There the hero is always with patience and perseverance, with sacrifices. He molds the mukhyas or the negative people. आज कोई मोल्ड नहीं करता है, ये इसको मारेगा उसको मारे, मतलब मरेंगे लेकिन बदलेंगे नहीं. This is the wrong way. Naturally, the people who direct and all, they are immature, ignorant है, तो उनके द्वारा वही होते हैं. I'm just telling you, the whole world is bent upon criticizing, humiliating, being sarcastic to all those who are good and noble, or at least trying to. Let them do so. May the whole world insult me, humiliate me, but I will trust in being good, in being noble only. बस इस पे कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं होना. एक बात समझो, दिस वर्ल्ड इज नॉट अल्टीमेट. This place is not ultimate. These surroundings are not ultimate. These timings are not ultimate. And I in this world am this way is not ultimate. Miles I have to travel. Keeping that in mind, don't value unduly this world and get molded according to the world what is now, which is negative. नो हमें इजेक्ट आउट होके इससे जब आगे जाना है, हमें अच्छे ही जगह पे जाना है. Why should we value these timings and trends and people? They're not permanent. I have to keep on traveling, in my evolution. What evolves me is goodness. Then value it. Don't compromise just because the world is bad around. In some families you can see that the head of the family is so noble father. He is charitable. He spends half of his money or salary for helping others. The wife is Dushta Rakshasi like Manthara. He every day fights with him. You don't know, you waste money for this and that and all. Children also say, Papa, क्या आप हमको देने के बजाय इधर उधर देते हो? But you tell you that man's that charitable work alone saves his wife and children later on with punya. कोई कोई होते हैं ऐसे अड़े रहते हैं बस we will be good. That is the only thing protects. Otherwise, to become compromised, to take up negativities and to justify with them with our crooked intelligence, any stupid can do that. And today's, as I said, the education system, everything is like that only. Bhautikavada and Durmarga. Where is Adhyatmikavada? Where is Sanmarga taught? Show me the schools, show me the colleges, show me the movies, show me the seminars that are happening in a big scale. सब भौतिकवाद भोग and further do anything negative. Of course, smartly, intelligently, not allowing others to know. That's what is taught. जिसको कहते हैं मैनेजमेंट. What is management? It's all damagement only. Anyway, बाबा सत्संग करो अपने आप को साधु बनाओ. Nothing is greater than this. Give a good sadhu to this world by yourself being so. That is by molding oneself through all this. While doing this, without achieving anything, even if we die, that is greater life and greater death than compromising with being good, and sacrificing being good, only adopting bad just for the sake of some superficial things. That life, चाहे लोग हमें उसमें अप्रिशिएट करें, who will appreciate us? Equally stupid, ignorant, bhogis only. That life is destroyed life only. Nobody need recognize me. I know what I am. I should appreciate myself. I should be happy with myself that I am noble. Whether I am rich or not, whether I am recognized or not, isn't it? I am respected. Who cares that? What I am, that matters. Think about it. Thank you. Now, friends, today, Thursday, Guru Bruhaspati mantra in our Navagraha mantras. So, Adityaya Somaya Mangalaya Budaya Guru Shukra Shani Besarahave Ketave Namaha Japakasva Sankasham Kashapeya Mahadyutim Tamognam Sarvapavagnam Pranatosmi Divakaram Dadhi Shankatushārābham Kshirārnavasamudbhavam Namami Shashinam Somam Shambhormaktabhushanam Dharani Garbhasambhutam Vidyutkanti Samaprabham Kumaram Shakti Hastam Tam Mangalam Pranamamiham. Day before yesterday, Priyangu Kalika Shyamam Rupena Pratimam Budham Saumyam Saumya Gunapetam Tam Budham Pranamamiham. Today, the Guru Graha, the Brahaspati Graha. And in life, the importance of Guru, the Sat Sangati and Sat Jnana which Guru gives, nobody can give. So Guruvara, Guru Brahaspati. What is the mantra? Devanam cha Rishinam cha Gurum Kanchana Sannibham Buddhi Bhutam Trilokesham Tam Namami Bruhaspatim. That is, Tam Bruhaspatim Aham Namami. To that Brahaspati Graha I salute. Who is he? Devanam cha Rishinam cha Guru. That Brahaspati, the Brahma Manasa Putra, is the Guru of all Devatas Indradi. All the Rishis Vasishta Vishwamitradि. सारे ऋषियों का देवताओं का गुरु. So the rishis are rishis because they are taught by Brahaspati. Devatas are noble and kind because they are always controlled or taught or trained by Brahaspati. So Devanam cha Rishinam cha Gurum. Kanchana Sannibham, who is in his brightness, brilliance like that of gold. As we told you, gold valuable, gold strong, gold shining. That personality who is full of values and valuable and which is strong in that values, therefore shining in serving the world, that person is compared with the gold. Hema Shailabha Deham, Hanumanji is compared with. Mera Shona Shona Bacha, as we say in Hindi also. So here, Kanchana Sannibham. The Brahaspati is in the Kanchana Rupa. Then, Buddhi Bhutam, who is full of the highly evolved buddhi. And that buddhi alone is guiding the mana indriya sharira, not that the buddhi is sold out to the mana buddhi sharira and their negativities. Aha. Buddhi bhutam. Who is always, बुद्धि बृहस्पति, बृहस्पति है क्योंकि वो बुद्धि से ही जीते हैं. He is called Brahaspati because he is the Pati, the Lord of Brahas, the great people of Rishis and Devatas. Anyway, Buddhi Bhutam, he is full of that wisdom. Trilokesham. Because of that only, he is the Ishwar of the three lokas, because all the worlds are guided by Devatas and Rishis, and they are trained and educated by Brahaspati. That's how Trilokesha unko कहते. Tam Brahaspati Maham Namam. And Brahaspati Puja and Aradhana also very essential, great for you and I, that we get this spiritual wisdom very quickly understood, lived and experienced. इतना काफी है, हालांकि और भी बहुत कह सकते हैं. And on the name of every of these grahas, there are big stotrams are there, ashtotaras are there, sahasranamas are there, and lots of stories are there, enough Puranas, etc. How they have blessed and etc. बहुत है, पढ़ लो. So let us invoke the Brahaspati Guru Krupa. You and I as Adhyatmika Sadhakas don't need the blessings of all Grahas. More important is Brahaspati Guru. Feel his presence in the Adhyatmika, Adibhautika and Adidaivika. Chant this mantra. Om Devanam Charushinam Cha Gurum Kanchana Sannibham Buddhibhutam Trilokesham Tam Namami Bruhaspatim. Om Devanam Charushinam Cha Gurum Kanchana Sannibham Buddhibhutam Trilokesham Tam Namami Bruhaspatim. Om Devanam Charushinam Cha Gurum Kanchana Sannibham Buddhibhutam Trilokesham Tam Namami Bruhaspatim. Om Devanam Charushinam Cha Gurum Kanchana Sannibham Buddhibhutam Trilokesham Tam Namami Bruhaspatim. Om Devanam Charushinam Cha Gurum Kanchana Sannibham Buddhibhutam Trilokesham Tam Namami Bruhaspatim. Om Devanam Charushinam Cha Gurum Kanchana Sannibham Buddhibhutam Trilokesham Tam Namami Bruhaspatim. Om Devanam Charushinam Cha Gurum Kanchana Sannibham Buddhibhutam Trilokesham Tam Namami Bruhaspatim. Om Devanam Charushinam Cha Gurum Kanchana Sannibham Buddhibhutam Trilokesham Tam Namami Bruhaspatim. Om Devanam Charushinam Cha Gurum Kanchana Sannibham Buddhibhutam Trilokesham Tam Namami Bruhaspatim. Om Devanam Charushinam Cha Gurum Kanchana Sannibham Buddhibhutam Trilokesham Tam Namami Bruhaspatim. Om Devanam Charushinam Cha Gurum Kanchana Sannibham Buddhibhutam Trilokesham Tam Namami Bruhaspatim. Om Devanam Charushinam Cha Gurum Kanchana Sannibham Buddhibhutam Trilokesham Tam Namami Bruhaspatim. Om Bruhaspataye Kurave Namaha. Mam Raksha Raksha Pahi Pahi Tattvajnanam Dehi Atmajnanam Dehi. Om 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 Sahana Bhavatu. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo. Om Yairime Gurubhi Purvam. Om Shankaram Shankaracharya. Om Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam. Om Shruti Smriti Purananam. Om Jagati Mavitum Kalita Kritayo ओम ब्रह्मानंदम परम सुखद परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थं धर्म संस्थापकानां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रुविघ्न समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिकैन्दव संस्कृतेः धर्म मोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थं कृष्णयजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्यशंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारमव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकंठं नमाम्यहम्। अथ पारायणं नारायण पंचमोऽध्यायः। Let us stand from the mantra 7 onwards. Mm, mm. कृष्ण ॐ गुणान्वयो यः फलकर्मकर्ता कृतस्य तस्यैव स चोपभोक्ता स विश्वरूपस्त्रिगुणस्त्रिवर्त्मा प्राणाधिपः सञ्चरति स्वकर्मभिः अङ्गुष्टमात्रो रवितुल्यरूपः सङ्कल्पाहङ्कारसमन्वितो यः बुद्धेर्गुणेनात्मगुणेन चैव आराग्रमात्रो हि अपरोऽपि दृष्टः बालाग्रशतभागस्य शतधा कल्पितस्य च भावो जीवस्य विज्ञेयः स चानन्त्याय कल्पते स चानन्त्याय कल्पत इति। Mhm. Mm. Okay, we have done the chanting. Now, our sixth chapter, Adhenam, in that Dvitiyo Mantraha. Let us study it today with Bhashyam. Just 5-6 minutes only it will take. Then we go to the Tritiyo Mantraha. What is Dvitiya Mantraha? Mahimanam Prapanchayati. The Mahima, the glory, the greatness, the influence, the activity, the grace, the blessings, whichever the word you use, of that Paramatma, Prapanchayati is being explained for us. Prapancha means Parchi Vistare, Praparakashena, given to you in detail. You work out on those details. These are the gunas of Paramatma, therefore respect him. Paramatma with these great gunas or qualities is to be pursued. He has to recognize. He should be realized if you want Shreyas. That's the idea. So chant the mantra. येनावृतं नित्यमिदं हि सर्वं ज्ञः कालकारो गुणी सर्वविद् यः तेनेशितं कर्म विवर्ततेह पृथ्व्यप्तेजो निलखानि चिन्त्यम्। ऑलवेज याद रखो वेदांत में और आध्यात्मिकता में two things. Just be attentive, careful, conscious. In fact, three things. One, whatever the beauties, glories in the world we see, when we involve in them with ahanta and mamata and intelligence, we are bhogi, samsari, bound to get bound. Okay, point one, which many people do, showing their ignorance. Second point, in this world, anything great, grand, glorious is seen. You know, recognizing that all of that is because of Paramatma, then thanking him for that through devotion is second aspect. You know, like I can speak. So this speech I can use for my own individual bhoga, my own individual success or achievements or any of the gains. Like so many people become good speakers and earn lot of money and all. ये हो गया संसार. But if I know that this speech is possible because of Paramatma, and if I am grateful to him, oh Lord, thank you that you made me human being, that you made me Hindu Sanatan Dharmi, that you gave me this ability to speak in this language. See, there's a devotion, thanking the Lord. And if anything required for betterment of life, asking him. Second aspect. Third one is what? All these glories, all these great things, keep aside and then realize oneness with him. That's called jnanam. In between is called bhakti. The first one is samsara. Jagat aisa hi rehta hai. Are you using this jagat for your own personal bhoga? You are a samsara. Are you remembering the Lord through every one of them and thanking him and using them for him only? You are a bhakta. Are you able to keep away all of that and realize the one who is glorious and whose glories are all these? That one Paramatma, then you are a Jnani, you are a Mukta Purusha. Three options are there. Better is second from the first one, the best is the third one. Upanishads talk about that Paramatma, of whom entire thing is glory. Keep away the glory, just reach Paramatma. That's what we already seen last 2 3 days while studying this mantra general. While studying with Bhashya also, which is very precise and short. Keep this thought in mind. So, point one. Yena, did we chant this mantra? Yena vrutam nityamidam hi sarvam gnyaha kalakaro guni sarva vidyah teneshitam karma vivartateha prutyap tejo nilakani chintyam. So, Bhashya, Yena iti. This mantra I am commenting on. Listen carefully. So, Yena Ishwarena Avrutam Vyaptam Idam Jagat Nityam Niyamena. So, Nityam means Niyamena means always. Idam Jagat, the whole Jagat is Avrutam, permeated by. What is Avrutam? Vyaptam, by that Ishwar. Okay. So in this, the devotional aspect is what? It is Ishvara who by permeating the entire world, keeping the world intact. You know? The Surya Bhagavan is every day rising, giving us that beauty and joy. Nityam, that Surya is permeated by that Paramatma. Paramatma is the one who is making the Surya exist. You understood? There's the meaning of Avrutam or Vyaptam. Like the children are always avruta by the parents. And that's how the children are taken care, protected, whether the children recognize or not. Parents are always in that tadap. Always. Food for the children, clothing for the children, proper comforts for the children, education, entertainment. Avrutam. All the time, the parents are avruta. And because of that only, many times they start giving trainings or educations. They start telling what's good or bad. The children are good quality, they learn it. नहीं तो react करते. But parents तो हमेशा बच्चों के अच्छाई के लिए ही उनको आवृत करके रहते. So to Guru is avrita to do disciples, where he has accepted them as disciples after testing their surrender. If the disciples are fully surrendered to the Guru, and Guru tests and recognizes it to be true, then he is avrita. That Guru will never leave those disciples. In and out, he will permeate and see to it that the disciples learn and grow. Beautiful, no? In that way, the Paramatma is Avrta, this Nitya Jagat, and allowing that Jagat to exist in its all beauty, glory, grandeur, devotional aspect. What is meditational? All the idam you drop, that Sat Chit which is permeating that idam, you focus on. And in that effort, you realize it as your own self. That's how this ena vrutam nityam idam hi sarvam has to be understood and utilized. Then, what is said by Jnaha? He is the pure consciousness, explained already. Then Kalakaraha means Kalasya api karta. He is the one who did the kalpana of the Kala and division of the Kala in the Bhuta Bhavishyat Vartaman. And in that, one is made as cause, the earlier ones, the later ones are the made as effects. And that Kala, he puts such way in everywhere that because of Kala, the thing is born, the thing grows, and thing again goes back into Kala. काल गर्भ में से हम सब आते हैं, काल में ही रहते हैं, काल गर्भ में हम सब आ जाते हैं. That kala kara, he is the one who has conceptualized the time in which srishti is happening, in which the sthiti is happening, in which laya is happening. And how beautiful this srishti sthiti, even laya, because without laya the srishti also has no meaning. Like how much ever you love Dadaji, but one day he becomes boring only. He should die only. And by the time he dies, the grandchild is born or the child is, the new one comes. Everywhere. कल का फूल निकल गया, नया फूल है, तभी मजा आता है. We feel that people should stay with us all the time, but we fight with them only every day. It's all very paradoxes in us. Lots of them are there. Anyway, whatever you think or believe, that won't happen. What Bhagavan says, that alone happen. He says, I am projecting Kala. In Kala, everything dissolves. So, Nyaha Kala Karaha. Then Guni Apahata Papadi. So, Yaha Shankara Bhagavan says that Paramatma is Guni, means Sadguni. As we have already seen today in our common sense thought, be a Satpurusha. परमात्मा में कोई भी पाप आदि दुर्गुण नहीं है. This is a very crucial thought. More elaborately we'll study tomorrow, that never ever doubt the intentions of परमात्मा. गया, अगर हमने वहां गलती कर दी, हमारा कभी सुधार नहीं हो सकता है ना. नेवर एवर डाउट द इंटेंशंस इवन ऑफ सतगुरु, and never doubt the intention of parents. Sometimes the parents, being the jivas filled with ignorance, moha, kamadi, ajnanadi vikara, they may go wrong. Parents, because they have anybody, whether it's a parent or a friend, to be noble, they have to be wise. And wisdom is not a compulsion that is imposed on us. Somebody wise, some may not be wise. The parents can be sometimes, though we have to see them as the Daiva only, Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, that is our sadhana. What we are saying is, may not be the parent sometime. They may become selfish. But not the Guru who gives Brahma Vidya, and never the God. The thought is never doubt the divine. Because he is Apahata Papma, he is Guni. Little more about it tomorrow. We'll see. We'll stop here. Conclude this Bhashya tomorrow. Thank you. Om 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 Purnamadaha. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Tat Sat Brahmarpanamastu. Please come. Let us study Gita for some time. Om Shanti.